His question is simply, why is loyalty so big on the totem pole? Why so high on the totem pole for you as a woman when the guy is, a somebody? Because a lot of you guys mentioned loyalty earlier, so we got her answer. What about you?
I say for the same reason why men want loyalty in a woman. I mean, but if we're talking just dating, not in a relationship, then I don't expect any loyalty from you. Do you?
I'd argue loyalty from a woman is required. Loyalty from a man is elective.
Yo, Amber Hood.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing I've seen all night.
Well, yeah,
look, she ain't victimizing herself about it.
Yeah.
That's one thing. She didn't nobody did.
Amber Turd.
Let me specify. It's interesting because like a lot of women do say loyalty as like a #1 requirement. So that's why I asked the question, because I understand you're probably gonna give me the answer like, okay, then if he cheats, like, why can't I do that, right? That's probably what you're thinking as well.
No, if he cheats, then I leave. I'm not thinking, why can't I do that?
But with what Myron says, like with high value men, like they're okay with, like it's okay for them to exercise options in a way when they tell you straight up, right? Right?
Okay.
That's what he's saying. That's what I'm trying to say is like, why is that such a requirement for women when they are trying to get the highest of value man? You know what I'm trying to say?
So then why can't a man see that for himself as well?
Okay, so say for instance, a high value man takes a girl from McDonald's, right? You guys like to use this a lot. It's pretty interesting. But takes a woman from McDonald's and wipes her up. Yeah. Okay. And he's a high value man, makes what, $500K plus a year or whatever, right? Say he cheats on her. Is it okay? I mean, it's not even cheating. It's just like it's exercising options. Like, I mean,
but what does it matter whether he has money or not? You keep saying high value man making $500 a year. Why $500,000 a year?
But
why does that matter whether he makes $500,000, $100,000?
Well, there's other components.
Yeah,
just financial. There's other components.
It's not just financial. It's the fact that like, and look.
So then why isn't it women exercising their options as well?
All right, you guys want the candy store analogy? You guys want the candy store analogy?
It's back.
You guys want the candy store analogy so I can explain this to her why we're not the same?
Let's do it. It's been a while.
Okay, I think the chat wants it. All right, so ladies, we're going to go into a dream world so that I can explain this so it makes sense. I know some of you guys like, yo, why the fuck can you do that shit and I can't, etc. This double standard is fucked up. So,
yo, chat, chill.
Yeah, I'll do the analogy.
Sugar rush.
You seem a little angry. Are you mad about something?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. So I'm doing this analogy for you, so I want you to please pay attention, ladies. So imagine that there's a candy store, okay? And in the candy store, the women are allowed at 18 years old. You're allowed to come into the candy store, all right? And after some time in there, you start to figure out what kind of candy you like and what you don't like. You figure out that Tootsie Rolls are disgusting. You figure out that gummy bears are delicious. And you figure out that the yellow flavor in Starburst is strange, and I don't know why it still exists. But regardless, you figure out what kind of candy you like and what kind of candy you don't like. And you've been in there for a few years. The men, however, are not allowed into the candy store until they're 35 years old, have saved up $100,000 in the bank, and they've been to the gym for 5 to 10 years consistently. Okay? And there's clearly a line growing outside that fucking candy store. Okay? Because the guys are piling up and they're waiting to get in. So you're 18, 7 years, 15 years later, whatever it may be, my math is off, but eventually some of these guys are let into the candy store. They go fucking crazy. They go into this candy store. They're running around, swinging on the fucking rafters, eating all the Tootsie Rolls that you didn't want to eat 10 years ago. They're going nuts. And then on top of that, the guys that didn't get allowed in the candy store are outside of the candy store cheering in the glass. Yeah, fuck yeah, eat that Tootsie Roll. Going wild, right? Cheering those fucking guys on. But only like 10 or 15 guys got allowed into this candy store. And you guys have been there for what, 15, 17, 18 years, whatever it may be. And you're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, have y'all never seen candy before? And the reality is this. How the fuck are you going to tell him how many pieces of candy he can eat when you were allowed into the candy store for free, but he had to bust his ass to get into that candy store? That's the difference. You can't tell a man how much candy he can eat when he had to get to a certain point to even be able to allow to get into the candy store, while other guys can't when you were allowed in for free. You have free admission. You can't tell him how to move when it comes to how much candy he wants. That's why when a man has sex with other women, it's not the same as when a woman has sex with other men. having sex with a lot of women as a man is extremely difficult. It shows that you have value to the world. When a woman has sex with a lot of dudes, she loses value to the world because you guys are allowed into the candy store simply for existing and being of age. We're not the same. We don't play by the same set of rules at all. And this whole double standard that women want to cry and complain about, hey, there's a bunch of double standards that women benefit from. I'll never get in a section with Future and Drake. I'll never get invited to a fucking mansion party unless I become a musician or someone huge. I'm never going to get money for feet pictures or a sugar mama that's going to pay me simply for existing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm never going to get the same benefits that women get. Okay? There's double standards that benefit both genders. And I would argue there's more double standards that benefit women than that benefit men, because women are able to enjoy all the same rights and privileges that men do while simultaneously enjoying the benefits of being a woman and getting the privileges that exist from traditional times. So for women to get mad about something simply as like sexual discretion, that's kind of in your control. And if you ended up eating too much candy in the candy store, that's your fucking fault. It's not, you can't tell me how much candy I want to eat.
Make sense?
Yeah.
I know you guys might not like that, but that's the truth. That's how the world works. Men care about how much candy you ate.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not saying, for me, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to cheat. I'm actually really not. Like, that's just who I am, but I do understand. I just don't. I don't know why. I just
What a
don't.
hat at? What a hat at? Give me the hat.
I'll
Show all of them right now.
It's okay. You have one on already.
Why you think?
You see how you do me right? Y'all see how he do me right?
That's the reality of things.
I mean,
some men are exceptions to the rule. Some men actually
Not just wearing
No,
two
Don't
hats.
put him off-
and
on my
I understand
head.
exactly where Myron is coming from. Like, I
Myron.
totally understand it. Like, there's some men out there that are high value that don't want to cheat, and there are a lot of men that are going to cheat. It just is what it is. And
Yeah.
I think that, I just think women can't get it in their head. Like, dude, that's just how men operate.
It comes back to the discussion earlier. When we walked around and asked the girls, what do you rate yourself? A lot of the girls rated themselves, I'm a 10 and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it comes from female hubris, because think about it, bro. If you got DMs and invites to hang out with celebs and all this other stuff, you
Your
would
ego.
probably think you're the shit too. Your ego
Yeah.
would be crazy. And this isn't to make fun of y'all. It's just that we live in an unprecedented time where women get more attention now than ever before. You know? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not gonna tell Fresh, yo, you should rate yourself a 10.
Yo,
that's so true.
I
though.
think if women manage expectations the right way, as in like, okay, this is how niggas are, I'm gonna move accordingly, you won't be hurt, because what happens is girls will be like, oh, he's this type of guy, he's gonna be faithful, and you find out he's not. Now you're butthurt because he's not what you thought he was gonna be.
Mhm.
But certain guys on certain levels, they're gonna do what they do. So it's kind of like,
So how about if a female do it?
oh,
goes
I'm
back
done.
to what I said before.
Yeah.
You disqualify yourself.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
come
lose.
on now.
We don't really lose
You know, I feel like
Merch.
lose how?
Merch.
Lose
I
how?
feel like my
Merch.
because we gonna leave.
I mean, so there is not. Well, you know what? You are
Right,
right about
right.
that, because women do think of when they think of cheating,
Oh, yeah.
it's not a physical thing. That
It's
they're-
emotional.
It's an emotional thing. And men, you know, like waffle. Y'all ever heard the waffles to spaghetti analogy?
Mm-mm.
Well, okay, so like waffles, men.
I was like,
Well, I'm gonna say masculine versus feminine, because even women can have these traits and vice versa, right? So with the waffle analogy, right? You pour syrup onto a waffle,
Mhm.
and there's
Craters.
sections, right? Men or masculine people that think masculine usually the compartments is soaked up at one time. Like there's sections, everything is sectioned off, meaning that they think about one thing at once, like one thing at a time.
Mhm.
While women, the spaghetti analogy or feminine, they when you pour spaghetti, it's like they're thinking about a million shit at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like that is, and that's the
So you
I think the
put-
better way to articulate it is that men are deductive problem solvers. We see an issue, we find a way to fix it, which
One
is
at
why
a
men are
time.
overwhelmingly inventors, versus women are ruled by their emotions, and so many things come in at the same time. It's very difficult for them to be
versus-
decisive.
masculine
Yeah.
versus feminine,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
just because you're a man doesn't mean that you think like one.
I mean,
just
I wanna
because
pour
you're a
syrup
woman.
on
You were going to say
Scotty.
something? Go
No,
ahead.
I'm like, that's just always going to apply to gender roles. So like, men are always going to be the masculine. Men are always going to be the money makers. They're
Seems the
always
other way
gonna
around
be-
now.
They're supposed to.
They're supposed to be, but
Correct. But and as far as this whole like discussion has gone, y'all are still on that tip where men are the moneymakers. Men let you move in. Men do all the hard work around the house, whatever, when they just expect you to make a fucking sandwich. Like,
Okay.
you know, like, or give you like sex or whatever. But I don't know, like, to me, that's the point. Like, you guys are always gonna think this way. Women are always gonna be the more emotional, like, obviously we're just more emotional. We think about things way deeper. We overanalyze, we overthink. Men are more simple creatures, women are more complex.
Yep.
And that's just the way the fucking cookie crumbles. Like, that's just the way shit goes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it just, yeah. I mean, men and women are very different, which is why I always laugh when women try to say we're equal. Like when you said earlier, well, why can't I do this? Well, we're not the same. There's
I'm
double
just gonna
standards
be.
that benefit
I'm finna
you and
leave
me.
today being a nigga. I'm finna go find me a bitch.
All right.
I
Fantastic.
mean,
and it's funny because I'm like, I don't
still
think
got the
I need a
same
man,
problems 'cause you still
but
think
I
like
do
a girl.
have shit at home that I would love to be put into a fucking wall that I can't do myself. Like, like, you know, like there's shit like men are needed for certain shit, women are needed for other shit.
I would
So-
argue, unless a woman realizes in her head and feels as though she needs a man, she's not going to take the prerequisite steps required to actually keep a guy around. The problem is that too many girls say they want a man instead of needing a man. That's the truth. When you go in thinking, I want a man, well, you're going to do some bullshit saying, make your own sandwich, or, hey, I could bring my own money. I am the table, nigga, all this other stupidity that modern day women say. But the reality is, if you need a man, you're going to move correctly to be able to retain that guy. Because, ladies, your game is, can you retain the guy after you fuck him? It's not about attaining the guy. It's about, can you retain the guy? And most girls, I would argue, can't, which is why we have such a high single rate right now. So my thing is this. You don't go to the gym saying, I want to get in shape. You're going to stay fat if you go with that mindset. You need to go in there saying, I need to get in shape because I'm probably going to die of, being a fat ass or whatever it may be. When you need to do something, you're going to eat correctly. You're going to go to the gym consistently. You're going to drink water. You're going to sleep 8 to 10 hours a night, etc. You need to move on. I need it. When you need it, then you're going to move correctly and actually be attractive to that man and do everything in your power to retain him. Because, ladies, it's not like a flex to say, I got a bunch of dudes in my DMs, or I got rich niggas that want to spend money on me. That doesn't mean shit. Can you keep a guy after you fuck him? Can you get a last name and can you get a ring? And I would argue most modern women can't, because they think, well, he's got to impress me. He's got to do this. Well, that'll work to get sex. But if you can't keep him, you take the L. And my thing is this. Feminism, all it's done, you know who's given the power to?
Men.
I'm not a feminist.
A small minority of men.
I think she knows.
So what feminism has done is it inadvertently given all the leverage to the top 10% of guys, because those guys are going to go ahead and take these empowered women that make 200K a year or 100K a year, or women that make 50K a year that think I don't need no fucking man. They're going to continuously fuck them and then move on to the next chick. Because if a guy has the ability to have sex with a bunch of chicks, he's not going to settle. Trust me, most of the time. Or he'll have a main chick and then fuck a bunch of other girls. So my thing is, man, ladies need to move with a need versus a want for a man.
I've actually been proposed to 3 times in my life.
It's irrelevant because you didn't like them.
Yeah, you didn't pick
It's
that.
not that I didn't. No, it's relevant
Come on
because
now.
you said that women these days can't get married and shit. Like, it is irrelevant because I didn't want them. It's not that I didn't like them.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
that
I
doesn't
just
mean
didn't want
anything. Like
them.
any girl can get like I love when girls say that I got proposed to. That's like me saying like,
3
yo,
times.
man, I congratulations, you got proposed to 3 times by men that you didn't like. But
They-
that's like
no,
me.
I liked them.
No, you
I
didn't.
liked them. No, it was just bad timing. You know,
I don't know about
No, you
that.
didn't like 'em.
person, bad timing. I
What?
was young. Who the hell wants to be married at 23,
So
22?
let me answer
That's
this.
the best time to get
Yeah,
married.
it's time to get married.
Hold on. So now,
According to fucking
now looking back,
According to according to biology,
Yeah.
at 23 years old, you are literally at your peak attractiveness. As you get older, your negotiating power to get the highest value man comes down precipitously. You're
So
not
you
going to have the
no
same
fun.
level of leverage at 30 years old as you will at 20 years old. Period.
So you're probably just gonna be, with the same person. You're not gonna have no life experience. You're not gonna be able to see the world. You don't know nothing outside of this person. As you're being 23-year-old and married, like you're just not gonna have any life experience.
Well, women value different things than men do. Women tend to be more based around people. Men tend to be more based around things. So if you're able to build a family with a man and children, that's probably going to bring you more long-term happiness versus running around and fucking a bunch of guys and living your life. And we know this because we brought women on that are in their 30s that wish that they had to settle down when they were
Facts.
younger and can get a better guy. Because as you get older, your ability to lock down a certain type of guy
But I
drops
know-
down.
I also know a lot of people that's been in relationships with their high school sweetheart and wish that they went and fucked other people, and wish that they lived their life like
But
everybody is
is that
living
you?
now. Is that me?
Mhm.
Do I wish I lived my life? No, I'm living it now.
And then the question is, those guys that you said no to, would you go back and marry them now?
No.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm
So
still
then-
young. Maybe if they still up for it, if one of them is still up for it, by the time I'm
Don't do
you
it,
know
guys.
what, I ain't even about to do that.
Don't do
I
it.
don't want to get married.
Don't do it.
I
See,
don't
yeah,
wanna
there you
get
go.
All right, and that's great. That might be for you, but
Yeah.
I would argue most women do want some kind of commitment from a man of value
I agree.
at some point in their life. And my thing is, get a guy when you have the most negotiating power. Because as you get older, I hate to say it, your value drops as a woman. And it sounds horrible to say it like that, but from a strictly sexual standpoint of you attracting a man, as you get older and make more money, you actually decrease your chances of finding a guy.
And the same goes for a man.
Incorrect.
Hell
No.
100%
Hell no.
incorrect. As a man, it makes more money and gets older, he actually becomes more attractive because the traits it takes to become attractive as a man take time to acquire. Confidence, ambition, income, etc., experience, that takes time. A man that's 35 is not the same as a woman that's 35 at all.
It's at the
There's so
candy
many
store,
sugar
yeah.
daddies, man.
Yeah,
You
like
see 'em
that's
everywhere.
men age like wine, women typically age like milk. Now, can you push the clock back a little bit as a woman? You go to the gym, you take care of yourself, do some Kegels, whatever. Yeah, for sure. But you're never going to be able to compete with your 21-year-old self when you're 31, bro.
That's
Period.
facts.
Because and the other thing too, from a biological perspective, most of your eggs are gone by the time you're 35.
Fuck them
It's
eggs.
considered a high risk pregnancy.
Fuck them
And by the
eggs.
time you're 30, like 80% of your eggs plus are gone. So if a man wants to have a family, you can't even give him children.
They could take them.
You're virtually useless from a biological standpoint.
Oh
I
man.
mean, now
That's
we
the
know
truth.
kids. Don't want no kids.
That is the truth. That's facts. From a if I want to have a family and I'm marrying a chick that's 35 years old, there's a higher than 90% chance that I will not be able to have children with her.
I
Or
know
that baby is
I
gonna
know a
come
couple,
out.
right? I know a couple that were deeply in love. You know, he loved her, she loved him, and she was 35 and he was like 42. And what happened was he was trying to have kids for like years, and he just said to her one day, he's like, "Yo, you know what? I love you, but I want kids, and you can't give that to me." And he left, and that was sad because like they really loved each other.
And that's the biggest gift that you
happens.
could. That's the biggest honor that you could bestow upon a man is children and a family. And
Yeah.
if you're in your 30s, you can't do that. A lot of the time. Now,
Yeah.
are there women who are capable? For sure. Don't get it twisted. You
It can
can,
happen.
but the chances go down.
It's high risk though.
Yeah. Do you have anything
So-
to say to that? You seem really mad.
I'm not mad. I just don't understand why you think men are better than women. To me, that's what it sounds
Wait,
like.
did he say that?
Nope.
No, to me, that's what it sounds like. You think that men are better than women. That's just what I'm getting
Wow.
from it.
No.
I didn't hear that one time
No.
though.
Not me either.
Okay.
What,
just how y'all feel.
at what point did I ever say men are better than women?
I mean, just the way you're speaking, you do think that men are better than women, but
How did I say that?
I don't have anything to say.
The problem is that you're interpreting what I'm saying through your feelings versus logic.
Okay.
Bruh.
I simply said that women don't have the same biological time clock that men do. That does not mean that
Okay.
one gender is better than the other.
Okay.
You're in your feelings right now.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's super
Yep,
in her
I'm
feelings.
in
She's
my
tight.
feelings. I'm
Kiki.
tight.
Yeah,
No,
you tight.
you
Tight
are,
as
bro.
fuck.
Like, it's
Shout out to T Grizzly. One of my feelings.
man.
All
All
right.
right, we got some more chats here.
How do you extrapolate? You think men are better than women off of me stating biological facts?
Next topic.
But I feel like
No. We don't need to move the topic. How can you extrapolate that from what I just
Next
said?
topic.
No. We're not going to no next topic. How did you come to that conclusion?
Next topic.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Next topic.
Whose show do you think you are on?
My show.
Get the fuck off the show, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna disrespect the platform like that.
Okay.
Ridiculous. The fuck off
there you
the
go,
platform.
Frank Castle.
Oh my
All right.
And you knocked the mic over. She's fucking tight.
Yep. She was like,
Triggered.
Yeah, she's triggered as fuck. I would be too. I'm gonna make sure she don't fuck up my shit.
You are about because you my hand wet.
All right,
nigga,
grab
what?
your stuff.
hey, chill. How does fuck? I'm petty. He's not.
So just grab your shoes.
Yeah, that was sick watching that live. Low-key.
This shit is going on way too long though. Like y'all got me tired.
What time is it? I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. Like
I need a drink.
bags. I'm like I can't even think anymore.
Yo, Tyler.
So, Salim, do you want to end up in a monogamous relationship?
I was in a relationship. I
Oh,
did
yeah?
something very bad actually. I cheated, but I didn't actually.
Do you regret cheating?
I thought he said
Literally, I
earlier
don't
that he
think y'all
wasn't a
care.
cheater.
No,
He
I-
said-
no,
he
no,
said-
no,
he
no,
said-
no,
cheater.
no.
He said if he's in a
not,
relationship,
no.
he's
He's
not
not gonna
gonna
cheat. That's what he said.
So then the second
I
time
didn't
you
cheat.
said
I
you
didn't
was.
cheat.
You was texting other bitches?
She seen like a video of me dancing on a chick, and then there was other things.
That wasn't cheating.
And hello,
I was-
this is Big
in
Mode.
your view?
Everyone has their phones in here.
Can we
Just
get
a
them
quick
back?
phone check, make sure it's not taken.
Yeah, my phone in there.
I like
Just
Mo.
to check that it's there.
So cool.
Yeah, Mo was cool.
Yeah, mine, sir. Thank you.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, like they do put like y'all put niggas on a whole different pedestal. Like no,
Yeah,
like,
y'all really
Back in the
are degrading
days,
us women and treating us as
degrading
one.
us, yeah,
And y'all
degrading us like a motherfucker. Like
treating us as
Well,
one
no.
fucking slut on the show.
Well,
Yeah.
Like
well,
one
This how I
big ass
feel.
slut on
When
the
y'all
show.
came up with an idea of how women are and how women
Y'all
think.
speaking
and
to
y'all
it. I'm gonna give it to
yeah.
y'all.
Why are you saying
I'm gonna
me?
give it to y'all.
No,
Y'all
might not be
you
agree with
them
them
too.
too. About
You
the
agree with
men
them.
on this show and a lot of the men. I mean, I've
Nah.
actually never
'Cause you can't
watched
even
this,
disagree
but
with
like,
show.
the way
No,
it
you can't.
seems is
It's
like
like
Yeah.
a
y'all
constant
come up with an
tactic
idea. Yeah.
to
They trying to
keep
fuck with
coming
your
back.
brain.
Yeah, bro. I'm like,
Honestly,
all right, that's what I said. I'm tired. I'm
That's what
mentally
that's how I
exhausted.
said, you
Y'all
know
need
what?
alcohol.
This is my show. Now.
Well, the thing is,
They left. So
the thing is for me,
He has
I
actually.
I'm
would-
asking the question.
He
if
has
you want me to be
actually
really
rebuttal.
honest, like
He has actually like rebuttal thing. He didn't agree with everything that they was talking
No,
about.
because
Nah.
they mind is set like
It's
Yeah,
set.
their mind
niggas
is
is
set.
this and
That's it.
y'all gotta
Who cares
Well,
if they
the
because
thing is-
guess what? This is not like modern days. Like we are like
Girl,
thing-
don't get
the thing
tired over
is-
this. Who
the,
cares
the
what
tra-
fuck
like
it is?
traditional and all this shit. Like everything time has changed. Like we bring the same shit y'all bring to the table.
the thing is, it's
But
like
our shit don't matter. Why our
It's
shit don't
okay.
matter? Y'all shit don't matter either.
no, it's just
Because
that
then it
I think
go
you,
ahead.
I think that you think that all men are like this, but Myron's
No.
specifically saying
He's
like
talking
most
about-
men are like this. I think you guys are getting it twisted that you think that like that's why you guys said
That all-
why do
yeah.
y'all like y'all
Yeah, no.
y'all act like everyone like you know what I mean like
But that's
it's,
how y'all
No,
come
okay,
up-
y'all.
come
I'm
to
talking
us.
about like the I guess the shows like
Oh, you want me to pick up the
mains.
Okay.
and female money is shit. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, niggas don't want
got paid
do
less.
not want to talk to females that got more money than them.
I mean it's not that I think most men just don't
No,
I think it
men like to
eventually
be like
becomes
the
a problem.
powerhouse.
It doesn't end up. It's not.
Okay,
like they
we
care
are
about it
back.
first, but it eventually does.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
they
took
don't
over.
like that.
I had to take over because y'all left the viewers hanging.
It's all good. They understand what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping this up. We're gonna do last thoughts on the show after these super chats. But yeah, man, she was hurt, man. She was triggered, to say the least.
yeah that was so crazy watching right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was
Okay, we
kinda
got
crazy.
Von B.
Girl, y'all
right?
fucking upset.
We got Von B. $50. Loyalty from a high value man, it's only a requirement for them because they want to be publicly known as the only chick that can keep a high value man loyal to them. It's just for social boost and being higher status than other chicks. We got Maverick S, 500 PHP. Women don't understand that high value men are 3% of the male population, but beautiful, sexy women, 50% plus of female population. Therefore, 50% of women are sharing 3% of high value men.
Okay,
All
I
right.
think we're good to go.
Cool.
That was fucking awesome. Bro,
You know,
fucking ridiculous.
You say I pulled up my phone.
And I gave her a chance. Like I was like, what?
I was like-
yo, well, tell us why. And like, and here's the thing. You guys want to know why I kept pushing that? I'm gonna tell y'all why right now. Because what she just said, that's all of our fucking critics on this show. I state biological fact. This is what it is, and the fucking dumbass conclusion all these girls come to, not all, but most, like her. Why do you think that men are better than women? You stupid ass bitch. Nobody said that. All I simply said is men and women are different. Our biological time clocks are different. That does not infer that one gender is better than the other. But these fucking retards, and the thing that scares me is that isn't she a college grad? Did she have like a education?
Apparently.
And she's in a relationship, yet she still came to that
No.
dumbass pinky brain conclusion that, you just said that men are better than women. I never said that at all. Men are better at certain things. Women are better at certain things. We're different. That does not mean that one gender is better than the other.
We have our
never
roles
said
to
that.
play.
She was just a dentist.
She was in her feelings. Oh yeah, yes, there we go. Dental hygienist. But guys, that is literally what our critics always say. They come to that dumbass conclusion that I think that men are better than women. No, we're just better at certain things.
I just thought she wasn't mad though.
No, she was tight, bro.
Yeah.
I could tell the whole time.